Did you know that arranging 3 different native grasses together can make a yard look professionally landscaped in under an hour? Today on Luxury Home Decor, we're diving into natural yard landscaping ideas that transform ordinary outdoor areas into living, breathing retreats. From seasonal color bursts to eco-smart layouts, we'll reveal practical techniques that feel lavish yet remain accessible. Stick around if you crave a backyard that feels like a private nature reserve without the high-budget drama. Natural landscaping focuses on working with the environment instead of against it. Rather than forcing manicured lawns, we celebrate organic shapes, native plants, and textures that grow naturally where you live. This approach minimizes maintenance, reduces water bills, and encourages biodiversity, all while looking effortlessly elegant. As we explore each tip, remember that nature's irregularity is its charm. Learning to frame that authenticity is the key to creating an inviting, story-rich outdoor space. Start by observing how your yard changes through the seasons. Spring brings fresh greens and blossoms, summer delivers dense foliage, autumn paints fiery hues, and winter highlights sculptural forms. Incorporate plants that shine in each period so something is always captivating. For example, combine early blooming hellebores with summer coneflowers, autumnal switchgrass, and winter interest red twig dogwood. This rotating parade of vitality keeps the landscape dynamic while maximizing value from every square foot. Think of your yard's color palette the same way you approach an interior room. Start with grounding neutrals. In this case, shades of green from evergreen shrubs and native ground covers, then layer strategic bursts of color. Flowering perennials like black-eyed Susans or lavender act as accent pillows, while burgundy foliage from Japanese maple functions like a statement rug. This interior design mindset helps unify the garden, ensuring everything looks curated instead of chaotic. You don't need a limitless budget to craft an upscale outdoor sanctuary. Repurpose fallen logs as natural edging, turn old terracotta pots into rustic lantern sleeves, or stack reclaimed bricks for a charming herb spiral. Shopping your own yard and local reclaim yards saves money and adds authentic storylines to the design. Remember, luxury lies in thoughtful details, not price tags. A well-placed weathered bench often feels richer than a brand new plastic one. If you're working with a small plot, verticality becomes your best friend. Train flowering vines up trellises, attach modular planters to fences, or suspend hanging baskets from pergola beams. This upward movement frees valuable ground space for seating, pathways, or a tiny water feature. Use mirrors along solid walls to create the illusion of depth, much like placing a mirror opposite a window indoors, amplifying light and perceived volume without adding square footage. Carefully designed pathways guide both visitors and the eye. Curved stone trails feel relaxed and organic, while straight gravel lines lend contemporary crispness. Keep widths comfortable, about 3 feet, so 2 people can stroll together. Edge paths with low-growing thyme or sedum to soften boundaries and release perfume under footsteps. Functional circulation doubles as visual rhythm, connecting garden rooms and encouraging discovery without overwhelming any single focal point. At night, discrete solar markers outline the route, extending usability and adding subtle sparkle. Native plants are the backbone of any natural landscape, thriving with minimal intervention because they already understand your climate. Research species that once covered your region's prairies, forests, or wetlands, then group them in drifts for maximum ecological impact. Besides saving water and fertilizers, natives attract local butterflies and birds, creating living art that constantly evolves. Their innate resilience means you spend more weekends enjoying the yard and fewer troubleshooting faded, stressed imports. A balanced yard feels like a symphony of heights. Start with tall anchor trees, step down to mid-level shrubs, then finish with ground covers. This tiered arrangement offers privacy, blocks harsh winds, and frames sightlines toward intentional viewpoints. Think of it like arranging furniture. Sofa, side tables, accent pillows. Each level supports the next. In a small yard, simulate depth by placing taller elements closer to the perimeter, drawing the eye outward and making the central patio appear larger. Water instantly elevates a garden by adding motion, reflection, and that soothing acoustic backdrop we all crave. If space allows, a meandering stream bordered by river rocks feels wonderfully organic. For compact courtyards, try a ceramic urn fountain powered by a hidden recirculating pump. Position seating nearby to enjoy the gentle gurgle during morning coffee or evening wind-down moments. Even a tiny bird bath invites life and offers a mirror-like surface that doubles surrounding greenery. When it comes to hardscaping, sustainability and style can happily coexist. Choose locally quarried stone, FSC-certified decking, or reclaimed flagstone to reduce carbon footprints while adding character. Permeable pavers allow rainwater to soak back into the soil, preventing runoff and nourishing root systems below. Pair these materials with natural stains and finishes so they weather gracefully over time, developing patinas that make your yard feel established, even if you installed it last weekend. Design your yard in zones the way modern homes feature open-plan living areas that effortlessly flow together. One corner might host a dining deck beneath string lights, another a meditation nook screened by bamboo, and a third a fire pit ringed by rough boulders. By defining functions through subtle changes in flooring material, plant height, or seating type, you create an experiential journey that supports entertaining, relaxation, and play without feeling fragmented. Edible landscaping is the ultimate fusion of beauty and practicality. Blueberry shrubs double as ornamental hedges, rainbow chard adds jewel-toned leaves to borders, and espaliered apple trees become living garden art. Intermix herbs like rosemary, thyme, and basil between perennials for fragrance and easy harvests. This approach makes your groceries part of the decor, demonstrates sustainable living to guests, and ensures that every square foot pulls triple duty: aesthetic, ecological, and delicious. A yard teeming with wildlife feels enchanted. Install a shallow stone basin for butterflies. Leave a brush pile in an out-of-sight corner for beneficial insects, and hang a few bee hotels along sunny walls. Add berry-producing shrubs to feed songbirds through winter, and include night-scented flowers that attract pollinating moths. These gestures not only support biodiversity but also invite small moments of wonder, from a hummingbird's hover to a ladybug's slow exploration. If your taste leans minimalist, embrace negative space and refined plant palettes. Select 2 or 3 hero species, repeat them in generous clumps, and allow gravel or moss between to create visual breathing room. Clean lines in low stone walls or a steel-edged reflection pool echo modern interiors, yet the use of organic materials keeps the look warm. This restrained approach amplifies texture and form, proving that simplicity can feel both luxurious and profoundly peaceful. Smart lighting extends enjoyment well past sunset, turning the yard into an evening lounge. Use warm white LED under-bench overhangs, low bollards to outline beds, and adjustable spotlights aimed at feature trees. Keep brightness subtle. You're painting with light, not hosting a stadium event. Motion sensors near pathways add security without waste. And solar lantern jars peppered through shrubs create whimsical firefly effects. Layering multiple sources produces depth and avoids harsh shadows. Plan Bloom sequences the way chefs design tasting menus. Each course builds anticipation. Start with early bulbs like snowdrops, segue into drifts of tulips, introduce midsummer fireworks of daylilies, then finish with autumn asters. Remember foliage too. The silvery leaves of wormwood or chartreuse of golden oregano carry the show between floral acts. A thoughtful calendar ensures no dull moments, offering guests and you a fresh sensory surprise every few weeks, rain or shine. Great landscapes are built on great soil. Before planting, test pH and texture, then amend with homemade compost. Compost diverts kitchen scraps from landfills and injects slow-release nutrients into beds. Apply a 2-inch mulch layer afterward to retain moisture and smother weeds, reducing maintenance hours. Think of soil as the foundation of a home. Skimp there, and the whole structure wobbles. Nourish it, and everything above will flourish with minimal input. Vertical gardens aren't just for apartment balconies. They add drama and biodiversity in spacious yards too. Mount modular felt pockets filled with trailing strawberries on a sunny garage wall, or install a timber ladder shelf laden with succulents. Living walls mask unsightly fences, buffer sound, and improve air quality. Strategically placed, they form green room dividers between dining and lounging areas, maintaining openness while subtly organizing outdoor life. Hidden drip tubing simplifies watering, keeping your schedule carefree. Select outdoor furniture with the same discernment you give interior pieces. Look for FSC-certified teak, powder-coated aluminum, or recycled plastic timber that withstands weather yet stays stylish. Layer cushions in performance fabrics, echoing the surrounding flower colors for seamless integration. Modular sectionals let you rearrange layouts for solo reading or large gatherings. Remember scale. A petite bistro set expands a narrow balcony, while broad Adirondack chairs anchor an expansive lawn. Just like swapping throw pillows indoors, rotating outdoor accents keeps the landscape feeling fresh. In spring, stake pastel pinwheels among tulips. By summer, switch to bold ceramic lanterns. Autumn invites plaid blankets over benches, while winter calls for clusters of battery candles nestled in evergreen boughs. These small, budget-friendly refreshes let you celebrate change without overhauling plantings, ensuring your space evolves with the calendar and your mood. Store decor in labeled bins so transitions take minutes, not afternoons. Texture is the secret ingredient many landscapes lack. Pair feathery ornamental grasses with bold-leafed hostas, or set spiky yucca against soft lamb's ear. Such juxtapositions create visual interest even when blooms fade. Indoors, designers mix velvet and linen for depth. Outdoors, we play with leaf size, sheen, and movement. Observe how sunlight flickers through differing textures at various times of day to fully embrace nature's tactile artistry. Photograph these moments to guide future plant choices. For pops of controlled color, rely on movable features like glazed pots, wind spinners, or painted benches. Choose hues that echo what's already flowering to avoid clashing. When petals drop, the accent pieces maintain vibrancy until the next bloom cycle. Think of them as jewelry for the garden. Easy to swap, impossible to miss. A cobalt planter against silver foliage or a rusted metal sphere nestled in chartreuse ground cover provides instant focus without permanent commitment. Family yards must welcome both two-legged and four-legged adventurers. Designate a sandy digging corner with buried toy bones for dogs, or install a mini meadow maze for kids to explore pollinator life up close. Avoid toxic plants like foxglove if pets roam freely, and limit thorny shrubs near play zones. Durable clover lawns resist trampling and require less mowing, leaving everyone more time for roasting marshmallows or chasing fireflies. Simple signage like painted stones encourages respect for different zones. Luxury and low maintenance are not opposites. Draft a monthly checklist covering tasks such as pruning, mulching, and cleaning water filters. Then pair it with seasonal overhauls like spring soil testing or fall leaf composting. Automate irrigation with smart controllers that adjust for rainfall, and select self-seeding perennials to replenish bare spots. Consistent, bite-sized care prevents overwhelming weekend marathons and keeps the yard camera-ready whenever guests drop by unexpectedly. Remember, routine beats intensity in long-term landscape health. Garden art personalizes space the way paintings enliven interior walls. Choose pieces that harmonize with the natural palette: weathered corten steel, driftwood carvings, or ceramic totems glazed in earth tones. Place sculptures where paths bend so they reveal themselves slowly, rewarding curiosity. If budgets are tight, DIY stack stone cairns or upcycled mosaic stepping stones. Remember proportion. A monumental statue can dominate a small yard, while a delicate wind chime may get lost in an expansive meadow. Tailor every suggestion to your microclimate for best results. Coastal regions benefit from salt-tolerant grasses, while desert yards love drought-resistant succulents. In humid zones, ensure airflow around plants to prevent fungal issues, and choose rot-proof decking materials. Cold climates should elevate containers on feet to avoid freeze cracks and rely on conifers for winter structure. By respecting local conditions, you reduce replacements, cut water costs, and build a landscape that feels indigenous rather than imported. Weekend DIY projects keep the creative spark alive and control costs. Craft a living willow tunnel for children. Assemble a pallet herb rack beside the grill. Or pour concrete pavers with embedded leaf impressions. These hands-on efforts not only personalize the yard but also teach valuable skills and generate conversation starters at gatherings. Start small, celebrate each success. And remember that imperfections often become the most endearing details. Document progress photos to inspire future endeavors. We've explored a tapestry of strategies, from seasonally choreographed blooms to wildlife havens, from budget-friendly upcycling to luxury lighting schemes, all aimed at crafting a natural yard that feels effortlessly extravagant. Notice how each principle builds on another. Soil nurtures plants, plants define spaces, spaces invite experiences. If these natural yard landscaping ideas sparked your imagination, let's keep the inspiration flowing. Drop your favorite tip in the comments, we read every single one. And tell us what project you're tackling next. Remember to hit the thumbs up, share this video with friends planning a garden makeover, and ring the bell so you never miss our daily uploads on luxury home decor. And please like, share and subscribe my channel for more transformational design journeys.